Welcome back, my friends, to this final and most important part. In parts 1 and 2, I gave you the secret and the formula. Now I must warn you about the invisible enemies that will try to stop you, reveal the advanced techniques the most successful people used, and share my final words on what it truly takes to transform your life through the power of thought. I took 20 years to discover the secret. Carnegie knew that most people wouldn't invest 20 minutes to properly apply it. That's not because they're lazy or unintelligent. It's because the secret requires something most people aren't willing to give absolute commitment to a single purpose. Sustained over time, regardless of circumstances. The secret is available to everyone. I published it in 1937. Millions have read about it. But only a small percentage ever apply it with the intensity required to make it work. They read the words, they understand the concepts intellectually, but they never cross the bridge from knowing to being. Let me be absolutely clear about what I'm asking you to do. This isn't about reading affirmations mechanically. This isn't about positive thinking divorced from action. This isn't about wishing and hoping. This is about making a decision, a firm, irrevocable decision, about what you intend to achieve, then impressing that decision upon your subconscious mind with such intensity and repetition that it becomes the dominant thought in your mental landscape, then taking persistent, intelligent action guided by that thought, adjusting your methods as needed, but never wavering from your objective. The people who succeed with this principle are the ones who commit fully. They don't hold back. They don't hedge their bets. They don't have a backup plan in case it doesn't work. They burn the bridges behind them and move forward with absolute conviction. Barnes burned his bridges. He arrived at Edison's laboratory with no return ticket, no backup plan, no alternative. He had committed himself completely to his definite purpose. That commitment was visible in his bearing, in his eyes, in his entire demeanor. Edison saw it, and it impressed him even though Barnes had nothing else to offer. Ford burned his bridges. When he committed to building the Model T at a price point everyone said was impossible, he staked his entire fortune on that vision. He didn't have a fallback plan. Success or ruin, those were his only two options. That commitment generated the intensity of purpose required to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. This is what separates those who succeed from those who merely try. Trying implies you might quit. Commitment means you've already decided the outcome. Now you're just discovering the path to get there. The question isn't whether the secret exists. The question isn't even whether it works. I documented hundreds of cases proving its effectiveness over 20 years of rigorous research. The only question that matters is, are you ready to receive it? Are you willing to do what it requires? Your thoughts are things. Right now, in this moment, you're thinking thoughts that are either attracting success or repelling it, that are either moving you toward your objectives or away from them. Every thought you hold with emotion is being broadcast, attracting circumstances that harmonize with its nature. What are you broadcasting? What is your definite purpose? What thought are you holding with such intensity that it must inevitably manifest in physical reality? Most people broadcast confusion, doubt, fear, wishful thinking. They want success, but they don't really believe they'll achieve it. They hope for wealth, but they fear poverty more than they desire riches. They dream of achievement, but they expect failure. And the universe responds to what they're actually broadcasting, the strongest, most emotionalized thought, not what they wish they were broadcasting. If you want to change your results, you must first change your thoughts. And I don't mean superficial, conscious thoughts that you force yourself to think. I mean the deep, subconscious thoughts that drive your automatic behaviors, that color your perceptions, that determine what opportunities you notice and which ones you overlook. You change these deep thoughts through consistent, emotionalized autosuggestion, by repeatedly impressing your definite purpose upon your subconscious mind. You gradually overwrite the old programming, the doubts, the fears, the limitations, with new programming aligned with your objectives. This takes time. This takes consistency. This takes faith. Most people give up before the new programming takes hold. They practice for a week or a month, then quit when they don't see immediate, dramatic results. They don't understand that they're trying to overcome years or decades of negative programming. It takes sustained effort to create new mental pathways. But those who persist, those who maintain their practice for months, saturating their subconscious with their definite purpose day after day after day, eventually reach a tipping point. The new programming becomes dominant. Their thoughts, emotions, and actions automatically align with their objective. Opportunities begin appearing. Synchronicities multiply. The universe seems to rearrange itself to accommodate their vision. This is what I observed in every successful person I studied. At some point in their journey, they reached this tipping point. Before that point, success required effort and discipline. After that point, success became almost automatic. Their subconscious minds were working for them 24 hours a day, even while they slept. Edison would wake up with solutions to problems that had stumped him during the day. His subconscious had been working on them while he rested. Carnegie would have insights about business opportunities that seemed to come from nowhere. His subconscious was processing information and making connections his conscious mind couldn't make. This is the power you're trying to access. This is what the secret is really about. Aligning your conscious and subconscious minds, charging them both with definite purpose and burning desire, and letting them work together toward your objective. But you must give them something to work with. You must provide clear instructions. You must fuel them with emotion. You must reinforce them with faith. And you must persist long enough for the new programming to take hold. 6 months. That's what I'm asking you to commit to. 6 months of reading your definite purpose statement twice daily with emotion and faith. 6 months of taking action on your plan. 6 months of persistence through obstacles. 6 months of unwavering commitment to your objective. Is 6 months too much to ask? Consider what you might gain. Consider what Barnes gained from his commitment. Consider what Ford gained. Consider what Edison gained. They didn't commit for 6 months. They committed for years, for decades, for their entire lives to their definite purposes. But you don't need decades to see results. If you apply the principles correctly, with genuine emotion and unwavering faith, you'll begin to see evidence within weeks. Opportunities will appear. Resources will manifest. Doors will open. Not all at once, not dramatically, but gradually, unmistakably, your circumstances will begin to shift. The key is to recognize and act on these early opportunities. Many people miss them because they're looking for something more dramatic. They're waiting for $1 million opportunity to land in their lap. So they overlook the $5 opportunity right in front of them. But often the path to your definite purpose begins with small steps, with modest opportunities that don't look like much at first. Barnes's opportunity looked like a janitor's job at minimum wage. If he'd been looking for something more impressive, he would have rejected it and never achieved his purpose. But he recognized it for what it was, a foot in the door, a position from which he could observe, learn, and wait for his real opportunity. Your opportunity might not look like much either. It might be a chance conversation, a small project, an unexpected introduction. The question is, will you recognize it? Will you act on it? Or will you dismiss it because it doesn't match your preconception of what success should look like? This is where faith becomes critical. Faith allows you to act on opportunities that don't yet make logical sense. Faith allows you to take steps before you can see the entire staircase. Faith allows you to commit to a purpose before you know exactly how you'll achieve it. Without faith, you'll always be waiting for more certainty, more proof, more guarantees. But certainty comes after commitment, not before. Proof comes after action, not before. Guarantees don't exist. There's only faith and the willingness to act on it. I'm not asking you to have blind faith. I'm asking you to have informed faith. Faith based on understanding the principle I've explained. Faith reinforced by the hundreds of success stories I've documented. Faith strengthened by your own experience as you begin to apply the formula and see early results. Start with the level of faith you have now. If you can only generate weak faith, start there. But feed that faith every day with your twice daily practice. Read success stories. Study the lives of great achievers. Surround yourself with people who reinforce your faith rather than undermining it. Gradually, your faith will grow stronger. And as your faith grows, your results will improve. Faith and results reinforce each other in a positive spiral. Small results strengthen faith. Stronger faith produces larger results. Larger results create even stronger faith. Eventually, your faith becomes unshakable and your results become extraordinary. This is the journey I'm inviting you to begin tonight. Not a journey of a single dramatic leap, but a journey of consistent daily practice that accumulates into transformation. I gave 20 years of my life to bring this secret to the world. Carnegie spent decades perfecting its application before commissioning me to document it. Hundreds of successful people shared their stories and insights to make this knowledge available to you. All of that work, all of that sacrifice, all of that wisdom has been distilled and delivered to you in these parts. The secret is no longer hidden. You've heard it. You understand it, at least intellectually. You know the conditions required for it to work. You have the 6-step formula. You have the examples. You have everything you need. Now comes the only question that matters. What will you do with it? Will you be like the thousands who hear the secret, find it interesting, and do nothing? Who close the book, return to their lives, and continue thinking the same thoughts, taking the same actions, getting the same results? Or will you be like Barnes, who heard about Edison's success and decided to make it his own, who committed completely, burned his bridges, and persisted until his thought became reality? Will you be like Ford, who conceived of a vision everyone said was impossible, but held that vision with such conviction that it reorganized the automobile industry? Will you be like Edison, who maintained faith through thousands of failures because he knew the successful outcome already existed and he was simply finding the path to it? The choice is entirely yours. I can give you the principle. I can explain the conditions. I can provide the formula. But I cannot give you the burning desire. I cannot give you the faith. I cannot give you the persistence. Those must come from within you. And they will come if your purpose is definite enough, if what you desire is important enough to you. Desire creates its own energy. A strong enough desire naturally generates the faith and persistence required to achieve it. So perhaps the real question is, what do you really want? Not what do you think you should want, or what others expect you to want, or what sounds impressive. What do you truly, deeply, obsessively want? If you don't know the answer to that question, then your first task is to discover it. Spend time in reflection. Examine your life. What would genuinely excite you? What would make you willing to work harder than you've ever worked before? What would make you persist through obstacles that would stop other people? When you find that thing, your definite purpose, you'll know it. It will resonate with something deep inside you. It will feel right in a way that's difficult to explain, but impossible to ignore. That feeling is your guide. Trust it. Then take that definite purpose and apply everything I've taught you. Make it specific. Set a deadline. Determine what you'll give in return. Create a plan. Write it all down. Begin reading it twice daily with emotion and faith. Take action immediately. Persist through obstacles. Adjust your methods, but never your objective. Do this for 6 months. Then come back and tell me whether the secret works. Tell me whether your circumstances have begun to shift. Tell me whether opportunities have appeared. Tell me whether your faith has grown stronger. I already know what you'll tell me, because I've seen it happen hundreds of times. The principle works. The secret is real. Thoughts are things. When you hold a thought with burning desire and absolute faith, when you impress it upon your subconscious through consistent repetition, when you take persistent action guided by that thought, it must manifest in physical reality. This is the law. It's as reliable as gravity, as consistent as mathematics. It has worked for every person who has properly applied it throughout all of human history. It will work for you if you give it a genuine test. But I must warn you one final time, a genuine test means total commitment. It means burning your bridges. It means deciding your outcome and then persisting until you achieve it, regardless of how long it takes or what obstacles you encounter. Half measures produce half results, or more often, no results at all. The secret requires full commitment. If you're not ready to give that, then wait. Come back to this when you are ready. The secret will still be here, waiting for those who are prepared to receive it and apply it with the intensity it demands. But if you are ready, if you're willing to commit fully, to apply the principles consistently, to persist through doubt and difficulty, then begin tonight. Write your definite purpose statement. Read it with emotion and faith. Feel yourself already in possession of what you desire. Then wake up tomorrow and do it again, and the next day, and the next. For 6 months, make this your most important daily practice, more important than checking your phone, more important than watching television, more important than anything except the basic necessities of life. Give it the time and attention it deserves, and watch what happens. Watch how your thoughts begin to clarify. Watch how opportunities begin to appear. Watch how obstacles begin to dissolve. Watch how your faith grows stronger. Watch how your circumstances begin to align with your vision. This is the secret I took 20 years to discover. This is what Carnegie wanted me to bring to the world. This is what has created more wealth, more success, more achievement than any other single principle in human history. It's yours now. Take it, use it, test it, prove it to yourself. Then share it with others who are ready to receive it. The world needs more people who understand this principle and apply it toward worthy objectives. We need more people who think with definiteness of purpose, who act with faith, who persist through obstacles, who refuse to accept limitations. We need more people like Barnes, like Ford, like Edison, like Carnegie, people who understand that thoughts are things, and who use that understanding to create value, to solve problems, to lift humanity forward. You can be one of those people. You have everything required. The only question is whether you'll use what you have. My part is complete. I've shared the secret. I've explained the principles. I've given you the formula. I've extended the challenge. Now it's your turn. Your thoughts are already creating your reality. The question is, are they creating the reality you want or the reality you fear? Change your thoughts, and you change your reality. It's that simple and that profound. Thank you for listening, my friends. Thank you for listening me, exploring the most important discovery of my life. I hope you'll receive this secret, apply it with conviction, and achieve results that transform your life. And when you do, when the secret works for you, as it has worked for countless others, remember to share it. Not by telling people the secret directly, but by living it, by demonstrating it, by becoming living proof that thoughts are things, and that anyone who understands this principle can achieve anything they truly desire. Go forth now with this knowledge. Choose your definite purpose. Commit to it completely. Apply the formula consistently. Persist through all obstacles, and discover for yourself the truth I spent 20 years learning. Your thoughts, when combined with desire and faith, become the things and events of your life. Master your thoughts, and you master your destiny. The secret is yours. The power is yours. The future is yours to create. Thank you, my friends, and may you discover the unlimited power that lies within your own mind.